What's going on, yo? It's another day on the Day One podcast. I'm your co-host, Anthony. I got my co-host, Kyle. Say what's up. What's happening, y'all? Let's get this shit going, baby.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. The big 1,000. Take the picture.
There's no video of it.
No video of it.
There's no video proof that we hit 1,000. You know, there's radio, there's legend, there's stories. No video.
Look, my great-grandfather once told me the Day One podcast hit 1,000 subscribers. Here we at. Hell yeah.
Woo-hoo! Let's go, baby.
The big 1K. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. The road to 2K starts now, but really appreciate the love and support over, the last couple of years, especially this football season. We've really taken off, and obviously appreciate Smitty for being on with us. Hey, he said he's the missing piece. He is. We the big three.
We've tripled our sub count since kickoff week.
We have. So yeah, again, we appreciate y'all. What's going on, y'all? It's another day on the Day One podcast. I'm your co-host, Bucket Hat Ant. I got my co-hosts, Kyle and Smitty. Say what's up.
What's happening?
We got a hell of a show for you guys today. Jammed packed with a bunch of stuff. The NFL world, I know we were on a bye week on the show, but a lot has happened since our last show. So we are going to discuss the trade deadline, all of the moves, the winners and losers of the trade deadline, how it shook the NFL landscape and how it looks now. We'll discuss some of the games from last week and obviously discuss this coming week and discuss some hoops as well. But before you do that, drop a like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Turn on the notification bell so you do not miss a single video. We just hit 1K, and we are on the road to 2K. So it doesn't stop here. So keep tapping in, keep hitting the like, and supporting the boys. And hit the like and subscribe. 4133 the pod.
We lit, bro. We're so back. I'm super hyped. I'm so happy. We hit 1,000. Job ain't finished.
Job finished? I don't think so.
I don't think so. Nah, job ain't finished till I'm paying my fucking bills, all right? Let's be so serious right now. Until I can sit my ass here all day, watch ball, and talk about it, job ain't finished.
Facts.
And even then, the work just starts. So let's be so serious right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of love for y'all. It's been incredible. We've been trying to do our best with getting into the comments and, replying to some people on our shorts and on our pods. I mean, we're doing what we can to try to build this community. Because as of right now, honestly, let's be real. We don't really got a community as of right now. We don't got people out here directly trying to tune into the Day One pod, but we're trying to build that.
Got a few, but more consistent base.
Yeah, right.
Always the goal.
Yeah, I want to hop on here and have some motherfuckers in the comments from the jump all the way to the end every single week. No stop. So, but we working. Thousands it's a nice milestone. Job ain't finished. You know what I'm saying? What stats? We ain't win nothing yet.
All we care about is win. We don't care about the stats.
What statistics? You know what I'm saying? Was it Calvin Benjamin had 1,000 receiving yards one season? It meant nothing. Let's be so serious. So
yeah. We
appreciate y'all. We got love for y'all. I'm excited for the episode. So what do you want to hit on first?
Well, let's touch on the breaking news out of the NFL. Marshawn Kneeland tragically passed away at the age of 24. The Cowboys defensive end literally just scored off a blocked punt on Monday Night Football. Absolutely tragic scene. I mean, the NFL is obviously a brotherhood, and we bash the teams all the time,
Right.
but at the end of the day, these guys are human, and you never want to see anything like that happen. It is a shame, what happened, and obviously our thoughts and prayers are with his family and his loved ones and teammates. That the Dallas Cowboys lost one of their brothers.
Right. Yeah. It's 24 years old, man. He's our age. That's crazy. Like,
that's literally us.
He's our age. He's been in the NFL. This is only his second season. Bro's barely played 20 games. Worked his entire life for this, and it comes to a close here pretty quick, and it's a damn shame, because a lot of life to live. We think about even older players in the league, not to really change conversation, but we see guys like this motherfucker's too old to play. He's 38. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't have kids by the time they're 38. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's old in sports, but when you really break it down, all these people are young, and especially Marshawn. And it's a damn shame because, he's a nice little piece for them. He was a nice edge, I mean, he's not an all-pro guy, but let's be serious. Everyone in the NFL earned it and deserves to be there. And, it's just a shame that something like this happened. It became official that he took his own life after some type of chase. But from all the reports I'm seeing, it seems like it's been kind of a build for a little while, which is great. Yeah. You think all these guys are in the spotlight and we know everything about everyone. And, something like this happens. And you're like, what the heck? There was no inkling of that.
Right. Yeah. That's why it's always important.
Mental health is very serious, man. You got to check on your people, man. Check on your loved ones. Make sure they're okay, because you never know what they're going through, man. Yeah, just because they making millions or they living good life don't mean they happy on the inside, man. This man obviously making, just like somebody, I think Kyle just said it, he living his dream. He worked his whole life for this, still wasn't happy mentally. You know what I mean? To the point where he took his own life today. You know what I mean? So prayers to his family, man. Prayers to the Cowboys. You know what I mean? And prayers for everybody, loved ones, man, that's going through something right now, man. Hopefully, they're able to come through it.
Yeah. And just to close on it, because we won't stick too long on it, it's you see a lot of the people on social medias and his family and all those kinds of things. And it, grief is a very good teller of love. You know what I mean? If there's a lot of people grieving, it's love persevering. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what it is. So, he was loved. He had a girlfriend, he had a family, teammates, people that he spent, hours and hours and hours a week with, days. So, it's a shame, but rest in peace, Marshawn Nealon.
Yeah. Rest in peace. Prayers out to him and obviously his teammates, friends, loved ones. It's a shame. But like Smitty said, check up on your people, make sure they're all good, because this mental health stuff it's real. It's real.
Yeah. Not to make light of it, but speaking of mental health, Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown got arrested today, finally, after his warrant went out 3 months ago? 4 months ago?
Something I didn't even know his warrant went out. This is news to me.
Yeah, this is 4 months ago. What do you think, Smitty? Is that timeline right? 3-4 months?
Yeah. When was that fight? The Crawford fight.
Oh yeah. So maybe not that long ago. A couple months.
2 months. About 2 months.
Yeah. So he's been on the run, still tweeting.
He cut his hair off. Did y'all see the picture that when they caught him today? He had a super low cut, looking like a runaway African. That was crazy.
Yeah. If anybody's watching, you can go take a look at AB's mugshot on our channel, on our shorts. I made a post about it, so you can go take a look at that. But yeah, crazy situation. It's for attempted murder. That's wild. He fled to Dubai. Why did it take them this long? That's what I want to know. Bro's been tweeting. Ping his phone.
They can't track his location. I think that's the craziest part. Bro's on the run, actively tweeting bangers on Twitter.
Right.
And it took you this long to catch him.
It's crazy, man. Well, there's probably a lot of legality stuff of going into another country.
Nah, he probably had a good VPN, bro.
Yeah, but Palantir and these companies can sniff out your location even with the VPN. It don't
tell me there's not one person in Dubai was
get him.
Antonio Brown?
Don't listen. It don't matter. Rain, sleet, snow. We trading to go get him. But
I
I ain't gonna
that's
even lie.
crazy.
The
Yeah.
people in Dubai probably don't care. He's spending so much money. He over there balling out. They don't give a damn.
Well,
They're
didn't
like,
he
oh,
go
you on the
bankrupt like
run?
6? He don't got money. Didn't he go bankrupt like 6 months ago?
Bankrupt don't mean you broke.
That's true.
You know that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. That's a good point.
It just means you say that the money you have can't afford to pay the debt that you have.
Yeah,
That's what bankruptcy
true.
really is.
that's a good point. Yeah,
Yep.
true.
But
Whatever he had.
crazy ass situation. I mean, we know this dude has CTE and mental issues, but I mean, attempted murder.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. There's all kinds of stuff with AB. Like, I mean, we could really sit here for hours and talk about the
You
dumb
seen the
shit he's-
video, right, Kyle?
The video?
Yeah, of what he getting charged for.
No, I didn't see the actual video. What is it?
Oh man, y'all gotta find the video and watch it.
Yeah, pull that up, Kyle.
He
Chiquita,
deserves
how
the
we
charge,
doing?
kinda.
Let me
Like they
see what
arguing. All of a sudden, you just see AB pull out a gun and start chasing buddy.
Oh shit.
Let's see. I don't know if we can show that on the channel. Oh yeah, is it in front of? Is it in front of like a garage door?
It should be like outside. Yeah, it should be like outside. They probably like it might be a garage door.
Big group of people fighting.
Yeah, you go watch it. If you'll see AB walking with a big ass like it got to be like a 40.
It's like a blonde. It's like a blonde girl on the phone. I'm like recording it. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. That's crazy shit.
Hey man.
Oh, this
and he like chasing buddy. Dude like running for his life. Like, oh my God, please don't shoot me. And AB behind him like, yeah, I used to play in the NFL. You can't outrun me in a pistol. Like,
That's funny.
Yeah. Okay. So this tweet I'm reading here. So this stuff has been in the works for 6 months. That's insane.
okay, 6 months.
Yeah.
6 months.
And they caught bro out in the open. Like what? Bro, it's Antonio Brown. He's not been outside he's been outside his hotel in the last 6 months.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. Who cares? They
You
got
think
bro.
you think he could fly under the radar? No. It's like one of the most polarizing athlete sports figures in the world.
He's a character, bro.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a shame because, like, you see some of the videos when he was young, and you know how he was with his teammates and shit like that. It's so crazy what this
Humble,
game can.
soft-spoken guy.
It's
And
crazy.
then I mean,
what this,
like we had
yeah.
the conversation, a couple weeks back. We did the hot take segment about, him being up there with the greatest wide receivers ever.
Yeah.
Obviously his football resume stacks up, but then when you look at stuff like this, it's like, well, he can't have any consideration.
You can't Hall of Fame a dude with these type of allegations on the rap sheet, man.
No.
Oh,
like
no.
The pool incident, this.
You just doing too much, bro. You just
the
doing
Tiana
too much,
Trump
bro.
video.
Yeah.
Bro, you have one of the greatest runs in wide receiver / NFL history. But you won't be considered for the Hall of Fame because your allegations on your name are outrageous.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen.
I mean, him running off.
I can't even see the comments. What's good?
him running off the field against New York back then was probably probably enough to keep people from voting him in. That's just the disrespect to the game, and knowing the story leading up to that, like the fallout with Pittsburgh, and then like Tom Brady basically saving the guy's life and bringing him in and doing all that kind of stuff.
And the whole thing with the Raiders.
Yeah, the Raiders. Oh my God, what a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame. I mean, yeah.
His Hall of Fame career was probably done before it even left the league.
Yeah. I mean, like you look at like T.O. T.O. isn't even a quarter of the head case that Antonio Brown is.
Right.
He's just a misunderstood player, and he for the longest time was blackballed from the Hall of Fame. So
Right.
if you look at what Antonio Brown has done and think, oh yeah, this guy will be in the Hall someday. I don't know. Probably not.
It's tough.
Yeah, it's a shame, but like, as much as the on-field product matters in that sense, it's also the perception off-field.
It's crazy, man.
Bro, you could think about all the great players that got any type of bad rap off the field. They're not Hall of Famers. And if they are, they had to play the waiting game for a long while.
Yep.
Yep.
So if he do make it, it just won't be soon.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it'll be one of those situations where we forget about all of this off-field nonsense in like 20 years and say, oh yeah, Antonio Brown, he should be in the Hall of Fame. It's a shame because he should be in.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, ability alone, he's a top 5 guy, and that might even be a little low. Like,
yeah, and the numbers back it up, and he's a Super Bowl champion, so and he has his personal accolades, so like that's all you need.
Yeah. I mean, we like what? We like Jerry, T.O., Randy, Calvin over him, and then everybody else is a conversation.
Yeah, like Fitz,
yeah. Yeah.
Even though he never won a Super Bowl, but still.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Fitz, Julio, a couple other guys. Marvin.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy, man. It's crazy the shit that's been going on. It's crazy what this game does to people, man. It's, you know what I mean? It blesses a lot of lives and people create beautiful things out of it. And some people just,
ruins them.
Yeah. But hey, that's money.
That's money. Money is the root of all evil, and that's just kind of how life goes.
Yep. All right. Let's talk about the trade deadline.
Yes, let's discuss it. We got a lot to discuss on all fronts. Eagle, Jet fronts, the rest of the league fronts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where do you want to start, bro? We want to start with you?
Yeah, we can start with me. So yeah, let's discuss it. The Jets went on a fire sale that no one really saw coming. There was conversations about Breece Hall being moved, and that's about it. And he was not. So let's go timeline here. First, the Indianapolis Colts, I would say secondary needy, traded for Sauce Gardner. They traded us their first round pick this year, first round pick next year, and we got A.D. Mitchell. So when this trade first crossed my phone, I wanted to blow my fucking head off. Straight up. Like, that was not cool, man. Like, I love Sauce. I think he's a great corner. I do have to take that. I don't think he's improved since he stepped foot into the league. But other than that, I mean, he's great. I think a lot of his play the last season probably has a lot to do with effort, to be honest with you. I mean, he was a tackling demon in his rookie year. He kind of let off the gas after that. And then, bad coaching, no one correcting him. He kind of just, worked his way out of that. I think that's really going to change at Indy. I think he's going to pick back up to being arguably number 1, arguably number 2 corner of football. Because that's just what happens when a guy's in a disgruntled location, whether he was saying it or not. Because one thing I give Sauce a lot of credit for is not a peep of this from him at all his entire tenure with the Jets. It was always like, I do my job, I go out there, I guard the one, and that's it. And I respect that heavily. I hate losing that kind of player because you grow sentiment to the guys on your team. You guys know this. I mean, you've got guys that have won Super Bowls and, have had incredible moments watching those games. And, you direct link it to those people. For me, I watched Sauce get drafted and pretty much watched as many games as I could of his. He's a great player, so I hated seeing him go. But that package, dude, I mean, if you're going to trade a player like that, you trade for him. Let's not forget, last offseason, people weren't willing to give up 2 first-round picks for Lamar Jackson. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
that's not the truth, though.
Why you say that?
Because the fact of the matter is you had to give up 2 first-round picks plus whatever other compensation they wanted for Lamar. And then you had to negotiate on a contract with him because the team that he was negotiating with, it could not negotiate the contract. So they were in a shitty deal. With Sauce, He's already paid. I don't have to negotiate contract. All I gotta do
Mhm.
is trade you these pieces. You come in and play.
Sure.
With
Sure.
Lamar, you possibly trade for him, and what if he don't want to continue his tenure with you as a team?
That's true.
Because
Sure.
what, like to be honest, the team that was going to trade for him, I mean, were they in the greatest situation? Because I heard what it was: Atlanta, Cleveland, and Miami.
I think there's probably a few more, but yeah.
The teams that were most talked about. Like
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Yep.
the only
Those
team
two.
in that bunch that I see him being like, I might want to stay is Miami because that's home.
Mhm. Sure.
So it's like, okay, I got to give you 2 first-round picks plus whatever, because
Mhm.
obviously 2 first-round picks ain't even enough. They finna ask for more for Lamar, and then I gotta sit out at the table and hope he negotiate a long-term deal with me. Nah,
Yeah.
fuck it. If you gonna trade him, trade him.
Sure.
But with Sauce, it was to me, I felt like they gave up too much
I agree.
because I feel like if you don't get the results out of the season that you like have on the table, then you kind of lose the deal because the whole point of trading 2 first-round picks is because they're gonna be in the 30s.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
what it does, and to talk more about it, like what it does for them is that not only does it give them like confidence to shore up their secondary and their defense, but also puts a lot of pressure, but a lot of trust on Daniel Jones. You don't make a trade like this unless you think you've got the quarterback figured out. Whether they're right or wrong, they think they've got it figured out.
Yeah.
So that's a big thing is they've got the trust they think in their quarterback. And we say that, of course, coming off a game where he had 5 turnovers. Personally, I think that's probably an outlier. I expect him to play just as well as he has all year the rest of the year. Maybe another dud or two, but if he really falls on his face, we're probably not going to see it until the playoffs. That's just kind of my thought. I thought like last week was just a bad week, and it's more of what we expect out of Daniel Jones, but in terms of like the future and the rest of the season, I don't expect that to hold true. And obviously the team doesn't either. So yeah, I was very pleased with what we got back. Especially like the throw in of AD Mitchell. Like that guy was a 2nd-round pick 2 years ago or last year, 2 years ago, something like that.
Yeah, I think it was
Yeah,
first, second rounder.
this is second year. This is second year.
That's talent. He's an over the top receiver. He had a solid rookie stint and a couple good stretches in his career. He's been not as great this past year, but the one thing that gives me a little bit of excitement is the Colts they're deep as hell at receiver. 1 week it's Josh Downs, 1 week it's Alec Pierce. They got Tyler Warren, they got Michael Pittman. Like they've got a lot of guys, and AD Mitchell probably was the odd man out. So I kind of like that addition for essentially nothing. So I'll take it. Yeah. And then the 2 first-round picks is really like that's clutch. A lot of people make the argument, and I think it's kind of funny that it's like the Jets traded Quinnen Williams and Sauce Gardner for picks that they hope become Sauce Gardner and Quinnen Williams. You know what I mean? It's kind of true.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the point, though.
Right, but I think this is probably going to be a tipping point to try to shift over to offense, because a lot of people are like, why are you trading these players in your prime? But like, let's be serious. If we draft the quarterback next year, chances are he's probably not ready to compete for a Super Bowl for 3 years if he's good to great, right? Mm-hmm. That Quinnen Williams is now 30. Sauce is really deep into his contract, almost on his way out the door. Garrett's paid. Brees is paid if he stays. Jermaine's paid. Like all these people have money on them.
Right.
So it's kind of like the team, if we were to compete and if we had the pieces in place, the last year, the year before that, and probably this year and maybe next would have been the window. So I think that's the argument. And you capitalize on a piece while they've got their most value if you're not going to compete. So I'm not mad at it. Again, the first round picks are great.
I honestly think if you so say let's just say, for instance, right?
Yeah.
With your personal pick, we're gonna take out of their picks, right? Let's say, for instance, with your personal Jets pick, you hit on quarterback in the first round next year.
Yeah.
In my opinion, that would be a dumb move at that point. But if you hit on quarterback, if you end up hitting on quarterback in 2027, I understand it because I know like Sauce contract really kick in 2028, 2029.
Yeah.
like it really started paying dividends, and then you would have had to extend Quentin Williams at that point.
Right.
Like, then I understand it. But if you go into this draft this year, 2026 draft,
Yeah.
you hit on quarterback, then I think you lose the trade.
Well, here's why I disagree. I know your sentiment because it's kind of like you've got a rookie deal, go compete now while you have the horses.
Mhm.
But my argument would be I think there's a lot of other issues with the team as well. Now they obviously create a big issue losing a number one corner, but like that us hitting on quarterback doesn't solve the fact that Josh Reynolds is our 2. It doesn't solve the fact that Alan Lazard is our 3. It doesn't solve the fact that Quincy Williams has fallen off since his all-pro season. Jermaine Sherwood is good, not great. I like our D-line. I liked our D-line, let's say that. And then, like, we need help at second corner. Our safeties are kind of meh. Like, there's a lot of holes on this team. Like, really, if you don't make this trade, you've got a nice quarterback 1, a nice D tackle, a set offensive line, and a quarterback and a receiver. That's what you've got. Now, you could say that's enough to get a lot done, but if the goal is to do a little bit of damage, then we're not having the right goal. Obviously, a team like this should be trying to get into the playoffs and not win a Super Bowl. And sure, maybe we make the playoffs next year if we hit on a draft pick in his rookie season. But by the time he's actually ready to compete, I don't think it would have been at a point where it would have worked out. So sure, like I understand what you mean there, but there's still a lot of other things that we need to address. So say we don't trade Sauce, we have 1 first-round pick this year, 1 first-round pick next year, because think about, Quinnen not being there. The odds of us hitting on in the later picks, the way we've been drafting of late, receiver, corner 2, linebacker, another D tackle, like there's a lot of things this team still needs surface level and depth-wise that I didn't see it. It would have taken too long by the time all of our top talent was getting too old. So, plus people want to leave, the contracts are up, like all that kind of stuff. That shit happens. And this team's just not there yet. So, and if the goal was to make a trade to get another first-round pick so you could take a risky quarterback in the early part of the draft with our pick and then pick something else that we need later on, I'm okay with it because we want to get Aaron Glenn, his guy, as soon as possible so he can do what he wants to do. And work from there. That's kind of where I'm at with it. It's very contradictory because it's kind of like you're doomed if you do, doomed if you don't. But like this team's not going anywhere unless we have a top 15 quarterback, or we're not going to get it unless we try to build up on some draft capital and get a little bit cheaper. So that's kind of what
I'm sorry. I hope your new GM and your new head coach do better than your previous tenured GMs and head coaches. But I don't trust it just right now to draft a quarterback.
No, I don't either. No. But then again, you don't really trust any team to draft a quarterback. It's kind of like I mean, obviously you trust
it's teams
some
I
more
trust.
than others.
It's really no. There's teams that you can look at their historical value of quarterback and be like, hey, those teams normally have a decent quarterback. Like Cincinnati might be a shitty team. They kept a nice receiver, kept a nice quarterback.
Yeah.
Always have. Green Bay. I don't like Jordan Love that much, but they keep a decent quarterback. They keep a decent slew of receivers. And what's funny is, right, we have the discourse like, oh, Green Bay has so many receivers. But that's always been their thing. They've always been like a team with like 3 or 4 guys, Donald Driver, Jordy Nelson. Like they always had like a slew of people and a tight end with a decent run game. Like they've always been that team. And it's like funny because like now it's like pointed out, it's like harped on. Like, man, we can't bet on the Green Bay receivers because you never know who they're gonna throw to. I remember it being like that watching Aaron Rodgers week to week. 1 week Donald Driver goes stupid. The next week Jordy Nelson goes stupid. What was the other dude? Jennings?
Greg Jennings.
Yeah.
Greg Jennings go dumb. Like, and then the tight end kick in. It's like, bruh.
Yeah.
I never knew. Like, it's teams like that though. With the Jets, I've always bet on them having decent defense.
Oh yeah.
I bet on them having a decent one or two pieces on the offense. The quarterback has never been a thing.
No, and it really, if we want to have like the existential conversation, like we're never really going to win while we have Woody Johnson as our owner. But like a GM's got a job to do, and I'm trying to predict kind of what he's doing. So that's kind of where I'm at with it.
That's why I said I hope the new GM has a better insight and better skills at addressing positions. Because, like, to be honest, like I was looking at y'all previous first round draft picks. It wasn't bad.
No, it's really not bad. It's quarterback that we missed on.
The one pick that stand out in all the picks is Zach Wilson. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yep.
And really the two bad picks for us were Mekhi Becton and Zach. That's really it.
No, I think Mekhi Becton was malpractice on y'all behalf.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're bad picks.
I realize. I think like y'all didn't realize he just wasn't a tackle.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. But like other than that, I mean, Sauce first round, Garrett first round. Sam Darnold didn't work for us, but I mean, we see what Sam Darnold does with a competent coaching staff around him. You know what I mean? Like, like he looks like he was worth that pick back in the day.
I wonder if Zach Wilson go to a Kevin O'Connell or Mike Shanahan. Does he turn out to be decent?
The only place he would have success in is San Francisco because everyone does. So, you know what I mean? My grandmother could go out there and, but
ain't he in Miami right now?
Yeah.
I think he got cut.
Did he?
I think he
was
cut.
there for.
It's either he got cut or he got like delegated to the practice squad, shit like that. But yeah,
I think he might be the emergency quarterback.
Might be, yeah. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it. So
because nobody knows who the Eagles' emergency quarterback is until we tell them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sam Howell.
I mean, Sam Howell.
I've got some hope for the future because like the other part of it too is like these GMs and coaches want to get their guys in position. Now trading to like previous All-Pro players is kind of like, well, what are you doing? But as surface value, I get it. You're trying to get the players you want, and like to get the value that they got for those two players, I can't really be upset. I mean, the reason why I'm not mad at the Sauce thing, if Sauce was still the player he was in year 1 and year 2, now performing that level, I'd be pissed. But Sauce has not quite been the same corner, still like a top 20, 15 guy, but like there's no effort in tackling. There's a few things that I have issues with. So to trade off of him there and like now his money's going to kick in. Does he get back to that All-Pro level? If he does, good for the Colts. If he doesn't, we win the trade. I'll take it. And then the Quinnen Williams trade, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. How do the Cowboys, they traded 90% of what they got back from Micah Parsons for Quinnen Williams. They said, you know what? We don't want to be paying top dollar to a defensive player. We're not going to give him the money, so we're going to trade him for assets to build in the future and try to get more guys in the locker room. They then take basically those same assets minus a first-round pick for a second, trade it for an older, lesser player that is a top dollar defensive player.
I don't know. Have you looked at their D-tackle payout right now?
You're not getting my point.
No. I get your point. I'm adding to your point.
Okay.
They said they're not going to pay Micah, right?
Yeah.
And now they're paying over $60+ million at D-tackle.
Right. Right. Now, if you forget about the Micah Parsons trade, right? This is a good trade for Dallas. You get help in the defensive spot. Quinnen Williams is the only top 10 PFF graded defensive player that's top 10 in pass rush and in run defense. So, that's something, I guess. I mean, we all know he's a good player. Like we were having arguments two years ago, last year, that he's a top 3 defensive tackle in football. It hasn't quite been that this season. But he's a nice player. He's in his prime. But the question is, Quinnen Williams is getting a shit ton of money. He's obviously not getting what Micah would have gotten paid, but he might be in 2 years when they need to extend him. So, yeah. And he'll be older than Micah was at that point at a position that's not as important. I mean, obviously pass rush is pass rush. If you're getting it up the middle or on the edge, whatever. But like, it's not Micah Parsons' pass rush, and it's not the youth that he had. Like, it's so baffling. Like, I get the idea. My assumption is they traded Micah thinking that they weren't going to be as good with Micah. And then they saw how well their offense has been playing. Javonte Williams is having a renaissance. George Pickens has blossomed with them. Like, they've had a good offensive season so far. So maybe they're like, okay, maybe let's revert a little bit. Let's go get Logan Wilson. Let's go get Quinn Williams and see what we can do.
Yeah, but you didn't address the biggest need for your team.
Yeah.
The hole you created on your own is the biggest problem you have.
Yeah.
Okay,
no edge.
secondary is up and down.
Yeah.
Yeah, the linebackers is up and down.
Yeah.
But edge is your biggest fucking issue, and you didn't address it.
Right. I mean,
are you gonna play Quinnen at the edge?
Right. If you get pass rush, that helps your secondary. So, like, you know what I mean? You in a way help try to fix your secondary by adding some pass rush. But like, and Quinn Williams will do that for them. He'll be a good player for them, and he might even play better for them than he did for the Jets. But you just went back on the play you made, what, 3 months ago? 2 months ago? So, like,
yeah, I mean, and they're a 3-5-1 team.
Yeah, right. And
like they're about
this trade was in the works before the Cardinals game. They then lost it and were like, you know what? We're still gonna go through with it.
The Jerry Jones is the gift that keeps on giving. Like you
Right.
said, at face value, it's good just because now they have a pretty good interior
Right.
with Kenny Clark and Quinnen Williams, but like
Right.
they
Like, why are
the
you giving
Jets
up
made
a
out
step-
like a bandit with the draft capital.
Right, and they give
And-
up their first. They didn't even give up Green Bay's. They give up their first next year. So now they're going to be what? Say their best case scenario next year is they go 9-8, 10-7. Say they have a nice couple rookies this year and sign a couple people, which they never do, but say they do. They go 10-7 next season, 11-6. Say they do that, right? Their pick's still not going to be until 28. Like, even if they have a really good season, like their pick's just not going to be good enough to even equate. I mean, their season is not going to be good enough to equal what the Packers one's going to be next year. So, like, it's malpractice. You trade for more assets to basically do what we were doing. Gut some of your money, save on that, get some different players in there that you want, some youth. Like, try to build it a different way. I'm on the firm believer that we're trying to go all offense in terms of our assets because Aaron Glenn, defensive coach, you think maybe he can do more with less defensively. So maybe you take a little bit of the money out of that, you try to dump it into your offense. And, you know, I think actually our offensive coordinator has been very good. I think we've had some really good play calls and, you know, receivers are getting open and shit. I just think we need more depth at receiver and a better quarterback. And I think it actually clicks pretty well because I like Mason Taylor as a tight end. And our offensive line is set. So we'll kind of see what we do if we can go out there and address those needs. But, like, you know, I don't know. I think I hate to lose those players. I really do. But, like, we're not doing anything this year. We're not doing nothing. We're not doing nothing next year. Because, like, we just have too many things that need to address.
I wish the Browns thought like y'all.
Right, they should have dumped. Yeah. They would have gotten probably a first.
Myles Garrett and Denzel Ward, they would have got a king's ransom, bro.
Yeah. we apparently were willing to give up a better roster for Myles Garrett.
No, that's not fake.
No,
that 3 first rounders is real.
Mm-hmm.
How we was really finna give up 3 first rounders if they would have said yeah, but then they started asking for, well, can you add such and such to the 3 first rounders? Howie was like, all right, you asking for too much.
Right.
Like the 3 first rounders is already out of my element, and now you asking for players and shit. Like, you better go draft them.
Right.
Yeah. Shit, I'm giving you 3 first rounders.
Yeah. I like the way that you guys are attacking it, just kind of pulling the plug sooner rather than later. And I think compensation wise, you guys did great with the Sauce trade. I think that was
you really couldn't do better trading those 2 players.
Yeah.
You really couldn't.
I think
hold on. And Howie even confirmed it yesterday that he was in very high pursuit for that man.
We've known.
But if he'd have get them 3 first, I wouldn't have been mad. I would have been a little bit like antsy because I'm like, all right, now we got to go win.
Yeah. I would have been like, this is it. Like this
Mhm.
this is the window.
Have you guys
now
been
it's
drafting really well out of the first round? Like second,
Yeah.
third, fourth, fifth? Yeah.
yeah, we've been
Okay.
drafting well across the board, but especially
Okay.
in the first 3 rounds. We've
Okay.
hit
Well,
on
that
practically
my
everybody.
my only issue would have been if you guys aren't drafting that well outside of the top 60, maybe you keep those first round picks for safety. But I mean,
Quinyon Mitchell, Jalen Carter, Jahad Campbell.
Coop.
are they all
Coop in the
first round picks?
second. Those are, all of
Yeah.
those. Quinyon, Jalen Carter,
Right.
Jahad Campbell, first rounders.
Right. Well,
Coop,
what I'm saying is if you're not drafting,
Kuba.
like you trade those picks if you're drafting well deep in the draft. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Well, if
Yeah,
you're
but,
not,
like,
if
he
that's not
looks like
performing that
second-
well,
Yeah, like second, third, fourth round with me, like Coop, second rounder, Makuba's a second rounder.
okay.
Jalix Hunt was a third
Yeah.
rounder last year. Like,
Yeah.
we're drafting pretty decent guys.
Okay. Yeah, I
Off the
don't
board.
know what the like where everyone got drafted and stuff like that. I'm not that
Yeah.
in tune, so I'm just asking.
I would have been skeptical about giving up 3 firsts just because it's like, all right, like this has to be.
Y'all would have
But
gotten them. Y'all would have gotten them back if y'all had to move somebody later.
for a guy like
We-
Myles Garrett, you got to do.
We
it,
have
though.
been drafting well though in the later rounds, so I would have been okay.
Yeah, that's
But
where my head was
the
at.
window, you gotta be NFC Championship game for the whole 3 years, and I need at least 2 Super Bowl appearances, and I need at least one of those to be a dub.
If y'all
Yeah.
had Myles Garrett, y'all can have a trophy. Y'all can have it. Y'all can have it. Especially if you
Because
don't
we
give
are-
up. Especially if you don't give up a player that's like, contributing that much on your team. You know what I mean? Like if you gave up Jalix Hunt 3 first round picks for Myles Garrett, I would have been like, thanks for your service, buddy. See you later.
I like Jalix Hunt, but yeah,
You're not
for
gonna
Myles
not
Garrett-
gonna get the amount of sacks Myles Garrett's gonna get this season in your whole rookie contract. See you later.
Yeah, but
That's why I know,
know.
the Browns asked for somebody crazy, bro. I know
Oh,
they
for
was like,
sure.
well, can I get
They-
Jalen Carter? Can I get?
They were
something
probably like,
that?
give
they
it
And
probably
we're like,
asked
AB.
for Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith.
Oh,
and we're like 3 first rounders and Jordan Davis and Nolan. Nah,
No way.
yeah.
No way.
No, you couldn't even ask for Nolan. He was on IR.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
Myles Garrett's
I
one
like-
of them ones, dude. I mean, you know, he
Bro, y'all don't know how smart Howie is. The players he didn't want to be involved in the trade deadline, he left them bitches on IR until right after. Look, he activated like 5 players today.
Jacorian Bennett.
Jacorian Bennett, Willie Lampkin, Nolan Smith.
Yep.
I think that's the 3, right?
I think so.
you
Yeah.
feel like that, yeah.
But
Like-
no, I like it for you guys. The compensation.
I had
We
a-
got
I
a conversation we gotta have though.
I hit a parlay.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Kyler Murray is finished in Arizona.
Oh hell yeah.
That hit.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I
I
tailed
think he
you on
done,
that.
bro. I think he done. I think they called it quits. There's
Cardinals.
no way last week I watched video of how he was performing in practice. You say he's not able to be 100%, but he might have a role in the offense. Jacoby Brissett has a good game. The following week after that, you get the same spiel about Kyler. He's on the fringe. He's day to day. He'll be back, soon. You know what I mean? Jacoby Brissett goes out and has an even better performance than the first performance.
Yeah.
And then you name Jacoby Brissett the starter. The next day, a person you said that was day to day, you didn't announce any type of setback. You put him on IR. That basically is, to me, a 4-week evaluation period if Jacoby Brissett can be the bridge until they address quarterbacks.
Yeah. Yeah.
You already got 2 weeks in the books. So they're finna give him basically 6 weeks to see what he got. If you perform well and the offense continues to look like it's looking right now, then we might do some things where we could bring in a quarterback and we can extend you to stay here and do what the Patriots were trying to do with you last year.
Yeah. Kyle, would you want the Jets to go after Kyler Murray if that was the case?
No. Kyler Murray don't love football.
He loves Black Ops.
He don't love football. It's very clear as day. He's the talent that he has. It's like he hasn't improved since he stepped foot in the league. Like
He's like the Ben Simmons of quarterback.
I disagree. I think he hasn't improved since that second year with Cliff.
Yeah. I agree with that. Like there's been no, and it's like, say what you want about all this shit you see on like social media of like, working in the off season and doing all that kind of crap. Like, Kyler ain't doing none of that. He don't give a shit. Like, I really don't think he cares. I really don't think he does. I don't think he does.
Bro, that man seemed like to me, he the guy that's like, he sit around and play the game, and then it was like, somebody call him like, hey, bro, you want to catch it? You want to catch a little, like, throw? Yeah, I'll come out, whatever.
Yeah.
And he goes out and throws it a little bit, and he's like, all right, I'm finna go play the game.
Yeah. I don't want to go out. I don't want to go out and get another Band-Aid, dude. Like, I want to go out and, like, take a chance on a young guy. Like, that's what I want.
But okay, if not the Jets, then who is the team you see that you might think could go potentially grab Kyler?
Let me think on it first before throwing out a team.
The Raiders for one, obviously.
Nah, they just put too much money in the Geno. I don't think they'll do that.
Yeah, but
let's see. So a big one that's very interesting is if Daniel Jones fizzles out as Indiana. I don't necessarily hate that. That's the Saints.
Yeah, the Saints maybe. Miami, depending on what happens with Tua, but again, that's kind of like a lateral move.
It depends what kind of money. I don't really think that's a lateral move. Tua is being held up by an offensive coordinator. I think for stretches, Kyler Murray was holding up a bad offensive coordinator. But he's just not that great that it was really turning into wins. I would say the Saints just because they might have the money once they get off the books and stuff like that. Obviously, Tyler Shuck isn't the answer. I think that's an interesting squad, I guess. I think Indianapolis is cool if, it depends on what Cleveland's financial money is looking like. Because they've proven to
do that again though. They went through the same thing with number 4.
Yeah, but they're not gonna have to sign Kyler to $60 million. Like I don't think that's gonna end up having to be a thing.
I think potentially like if the Dak Prescott contract fizzles out.
He's too good. He's too good. Yeah. I mean, I know we got you guys got your Dak beef
too, but
I know you guys got your Dak beef, but like, Dak's a good ball player. No reason to move off of him until he wants to retire or he falls off.
Good enough. We'll say that.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it depends on how long Stafford wants to play, but LA's fun.
Yeah.
LA's a lot of fun.
Yeah, but they got 2 first-round picks. I don't see them wanting Kyler when they get a chance to address the quarterback that they want.
Right.
That's true. The thing is, though, I feel like as long as Matt Stafford's there, they're going to have too late of a pick.
No, they got Atlanta pick.
That's true.
They do have Atlanta's pick.
That's true.
That's gonna be a top 10 pick.
Right, but do you think they make that? Do you think they make that draft pick this season?
Yes.
Okay, I respect it.
They only extended Matt for 2 years.
That's true.
Yep.
And his contract is at the end of next season.
Yeah. You sit the young guy behind him. He has one last little ride.
Yeah, he get the final ride. You get the mentor young guy.
Yep.
We get your farewell tour, at least for the Rams, unless you're going to play somewhere else.
He probably will sign one more place. I mean, he might win an MVP this season. He's gonna he might have a year or two left.
Yeah,
like a
Pittsburgh
good football.
Maybe with when Aaron Rodgers goes. Pittsburgh.
They just tried the Band-Aid quarterback though, but I don't know. They're never going to be able to draft
times though. This ain't the first time. Shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. I don't hate the Pittsburgh idea either. Definitely some of these spots have got an old guy on his way out. Like those are like LA is nice. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we talk about some real?
Well, real quick, I really want to get your guys' opinions on the Quinn Williams and the Sauce trades? Because I kind of just went on a
Yeah.
tangent. What do you guys think?
Yeah. For you, I think the compensation, like I said, Eagles girl, how we doing?
Shout out Eagles girl.
For you, I think the compensation, I don't think you could have done much better. Like you
No.
made out really well.
The only way we do better is if a worse team gives us the same picks. It's the only way we work out better.
Yeah, pretty much. But like you have the draft capital now to kind of rebuild it however you want. Obviously it's tough losing players of that caliber, but like you said, I totally get the whole timeline thing. You know, hit on a quarterback, it gets them like to year 3. Like you could be like in a Drake May situation by the time he starts showing his true colors. Like,
Man,
these guys are old.
Argument for Quinnen. I understand the argument for. I don't understand that argument for Sauce. Sauce is in year what?
Was it year 4, right?
4?
2021.
Yeah. I think part of the reason they got off of Sauce's deal is because of the regression.
Touchdown, Genty. Let's go.
Yeah. I think the issue with Sauce is the regression. And, like, if he's not motivated now, like, he kind of fell off. Not fell off.
Did he regress or did the scheme regress?
I think here's the thing. I think a true shutdown. I think a true shutdown island corner in man coverage should be great in most schemes. Like if your sole job is
didn't y'all play the most zone last year?
I don't fucking know, dude. I don't know what I'm
I
looking
want to
at.
say y'all was in. I want to say y'all in the like upper 70 percentile last year in zone.
Couldn't tell you.
Took a man corner and threw him in zone for majority of his snaps. How do you expect him to play?
We still had Bob Salo on the squad last year.
Go look at your numbers. It's either this year or last year. It might be this year zone. Then it might be this year.
Maybe, but my whole thing is last year he wasn't great either, and he started the season under the same head coach that he had his All-Pro season under. So that's my thing. Yeah. Same secondary, same roster. I think there's an issue of regression. I think he did just sign that big extension, but I think now that you sign that extension when you think you're going to compete, I think the Justin Fields failure that I knew was inevitable. I think that's really put the nail in the coffin for a lot of things. Like Sauce could be great by then, but what other opportunity are you going to have to like get 2 first-round picks like that? That's my other argument too. And they get a young, I wouldn't say promising, but a high potential receiver too. So like,
he promising. He done had a couple. He done had a couple breakout games.
Yeah. So like, there is a lot that they got out of this. That's
why I'm like, damn. What if they do hit on the quarterback next year? Like,
right,
the defense is gonna be mid.
Right, but to ask a rookie quarterback to like, even with the pieces that we have, to ask a rookie quarterback to go out there and actually make a run. You know what I mean? Like, not everyone's going to be C.J. Stroud out of the draft.
Drake May.
Sure. What did Drake May do as a rookie, though? That's the thing. Drake May is not a rookie right now.
Yeah.
Well, he got thrown in the fire as a rookie.
That's exactly what would happen to our quarterback. He'd be thrown in the fire.
I'm saying, your quarterback would know week 1, day 1 training camp, I'm the starter.
Sure.
Drake May was 6 weeks on the bench, and then all of a sudden they were like, "Hey, Jacoby ain't cutting it."
I still think the play for you guys would be to build towards, like, if you hit on a quarterback, if you find a guy in this upcoming draft that you like, the play is to hit for 2027, like pretty much what the Patriots did with Drake May. Like,
right. That's my thought. And if you have Sauce at that time, maybe it's good, but like, you know, Quincy's 31 at that point. Quinnen's 30. Jermaine Johnson's not a young player. He'd be 29. I mean, 29's not old by any means, but a guy coming off an Achilles, you know, you never know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of question marks as to where this team's going to be. We don't know if our right guard's going to be any good at football. That was 3rd straight year with an early season-ending injury. His year 2 was awesome. But, like, you know, he hasn't played football in 2 years. There's that. Like, you know, you could say you have 4 of the 5 offensive linemen in place. Sure. John Simpson's not very young. So he could be gone too. Like I feel like they're it's purgatory really, and I think they're kind of just in the position where they're like, if we're going to be in purgatory, we might as well just gut the roster.
Yeah.
Keep the things that you know. Keep the things that you know you want to have. Like in an offensive league, you keep Garrett Wilson, you keep Breece Hall. I'm okay with moving off the defensive players, because Garrett Wilson probably wasn't getting you 2 first-round picks.
Yeah,
he probably wasn't.
Yeah.
Maybe a dumb team would give you those, but like the odds of making that happen probably pretty low. You're betting on Sauce being the player he was 2 years ago if you're trading 2 first-round picks. If we were going off of Sauce's value now, you probably get a first.
I don't even think they expect that. I think they just need what he is right now. Shit,
Sure.
What they got over there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yep.
But what I'm saying is, if you're basing it off of the value that he's bringing this season, it's a heavy overpay. Like probably 1 first would have been enough for Sauce if you're grading him off of just the season.
Yeah.
So that's kind of that's
2 firsts. You did phenomenal.
Right, because my thing is like, sure, you have Sauce, right? But say you have these extra picks, right? You've now got 5 first-round picks the next 3 years. I mean, the next 2 years, right? So you hit on a quarterback, you hit on an edge rusher, you hit on a wide receiver 2. Then you can go out and get the best cornerback in free agency that same offseason. You know what I mean? Like you can do those types of things. And you could say, well, if you keep Sauce, you go out and get the wide receiver 2 in free agency. Sure, whatever. But like I think they'd rather have the players on the rookie deals hitting than, like, at least we know now we're going to bring in young players and have potential. The unknown is, are those young players going to be good enough? And are we going to build a team that Sauce could be a part of to make a run? Like that is more unknown to me, I think, than, having all the assets. Because they could always just trade the fucking assets up for like the top pick if there's a quarterback there or whatever they want to do. This may not be all they do.
Right.
You know what I mean? They can take their pick. They can take their pick, move it back, take 2 first-round picks in the second half, take 2 second-rounders, take 2 thirds. Like, there's still a lot that they can do.
Yeah. We'll see exactly what they decide to do when the time comes, but at least we know, like...
Yeah, there is a plan in place. Before it was, we've got a bunch of really good players, no depth, no quarterback. Now it's, okay, we've got picks to be able to get the quarterback and go from there. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I wasn't okay with constantly filling in the quarterback to trying to get it right away so we could try to win with a roster that, let's be honest, maybe 2 years ago could have been ready if they had a quarterback. Now, no, it's not the same team.
Yep.
DJ Reed has been arguably the best corner in football not being talked about this season. He's not on the team anymore. So, like, if we still had him, we still got some other guys, like, I don't know. Yeah. That's just my thought. I feel like like I said, you're doomed if you do, you're doomed if you don't. At least now there's like, okay, this GM can utilize his entire plan because he's got more assets and, he can make more decisions than just already having Sauce on a roster, even though he's a good player.
Yeah.
The Quinnen Williams trade, I ain't hurting by it. I love Quinnen Williams, but you get a first and a second for a player who's 27, not as good as Micah Parsons. You basically get the Micah Parsons package. And Mozzie Smith so far has not been very good, but our defensive line has turned out some pretty decent players over the last few years. So if he could just be average, cool. It's a D tackle, young D tackle.
Yeah, and for Dallas, like I said, it just Jerry is the biggest string along GM owner in the history of the NFL. Like he knows how to engagement farm his fans just to keep them engaged.
And that's what the trade is, dude. Like
that's all it is. They're 3-5-1, and he's sitting here talking about what up, Brandon. He's 3-5-1, sitting up there talking about like, oh yeah, like this is gonna be the move that catapults us. Like, bro. Read the room.
Right.
What are we talking about?
Yeah. I mean, I would have taken those first and second round picks and seen if Micah Parsons was available. That's what I would have done.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. But, for you, get those draft picks, rebuild that team the right way. And
I'm just happy that I'm outside of the division and I get to feel a little bit of that Jerry Jones magic you guys feel every year.
Yeah. It's
That's
nice,
what I'm
ain't it?
happy about. Yeah, it feels
Keep
feels
Bro
fucking
around
great.
forever.
Yeah. I will say though, like if it was just the Quinnen Williams pick, it would have looked way worse. But like bringing in Logan Wilson too, who's a nice backer, like they've done decent at the trade deadline. If you're talking about like improving the defense this season, so
Yeah. Yeah, no,
Hold on. Did you say Logan Wilson's a nice linebacker? Didn't he
He's
just
a
lose
nice-
his job to the? Didn't he just lose his job to a rookie
got
who's not
benched.
playing well?
he got benched because he requested out weeks ago.
Oh, damn. Hopefully,
Yeah,
I
but-
mean, I don't know.
He's better than what they got, that's for sure.
that's true.
Yeah, and they only gave
Him
up what?
and-
Was it a 6th and 7th swap kind of thing, or was it a second? Like,
It was something
mid-pick?
like that. It was something like one of the
Mhm.
third day pick swap or something like that. I don't
Yeah.
really remember, but
Yeah.
it's not going to matter anyway because they're still going to miss the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree.
But it just keeps Dallas Cowboys fans
Mhm.
in it a little bit longer before they inevitably make their draft videos.
If they made this trade at 3-3-1, I'd feel a little bit better about
Yeah,
it.
what happens? What happens if they just so happen to drop 2 more games?
Right.
Yeah. Now you
Can't
don't
trade
have your
Quinnen
first-round
Williams for
pick.
2 first-round picks now. Yeah. Ooh, Ashton Jetty. Well, nice.
Let's
little
talk
40.
about the real moves.
Yeah, let's talk about
Let's
it.
talk about the real moves of the trade deadline. The Eagles going all in without
Yeah, it was only
going
one
all
move.
in.
It was only one move though. The other
Jalen
move,
Phillips.
yeah, the Jalen Phillips, top tier.
Yeah.
The other two, I'm scared.
I can speak from
I-
experience. The Michael Carter move, I love for you guys.
Yeah. I mean, I like them all. I might feel a little bit differently about Jair Alexander than a lot of people.
Mhm.
Like, let's start with Jalen Phillips, though. Absolute A+ move by Howie Roseman.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, edge rusher, arguably the most weakest part of our team, is suddenly one of the strongest.
Yeah.
Now that we got Nolan Smith back, Jalen Phillips, BG out of retirement. He's a difference maker, tone setter on that edge.
Yeah.
Leads the league in pressures. What's he got? Like 3-4 sacks.
I think he's got
Played
3
every
sacks
game.
as of right now. 3 sacks. Yep.
3
sacks.
not bad coming
His
off.
best season was probably his rookie year. 17 games, 5 started, 8.5 sacks.
Nah,
Yeah.
that season with that 2023 season with Vic, before he got
Yeah.
hurt, didn't he have like 8 sacks?
Before the injury. Yeah, he had 8
yeah,
sacks.
yeah.
No, he had 6
Yeah.
and 8 games. 6 and 8 games.
Yep, 6
Yeah.
and 8 games, 6 and 6 starts.
He's been a
Yep.
consistent
right.
sack getter. Like, he doesn't put up like the
Yeah.
double digit numbers, but he's been a consistent guy that gets pressure, sets the
Yeah.
tone in that, and also pretty good run defender as well. That's an area that we've struggled in mightily. So
Right.
getting a guy like that is going to change the defensive line, because
Mhm.
now you look, you got the Georgia boys in the middle, Nolan Smith, Jalen Phillips out on the edge, and then rotating in Jalix Hunt and BG, Josh Uche. Like, this is a nice D line.
Yep.
So I'm very, very excited about that. He's a guy that, if this works out and all goes well with his health, I think he's going to get extended and get a long-term contract here, just because he's that type of player.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, and honestly, y'all don't need sacks. You just need pressure, dude. If he's not getting high sack numbers, as long as he's getting after it, like that's
our big thing is stopping the run, which we've struggled
Yeah.
with.
Oh.
And yeah, I mean, the sack numbers, like the sacks will get there. You just got to get the pressures.
I'm
We've
pretty
never-
sure. Like, let me see. Like, I'm pretty sure. Like I'll relate it back to a player we were just talking about, Quinnen Williams in his All Pro season. I think he only had like 8 sacks, but he led the league in pressures.
Yeah. Yeah. I think he brings, an element that this defensive line needs mightily. So I'm very excited to see, and he's going to be starting on Monday. The secondary moves, Jair Alexander from Baltimore for a 7th round pick. A lot of people saying that, and I'm sure Smitty kind of alluded to how he feels about this, but this is just like a nothing burger. I don't think it's a nothing burger. Not saying that he's going to be an all-pro, but he's got to be better than Adoree Jackson. Like, I'm like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Have we become so numb to how ass the CB2 position has been? But I get it. He's been hurt the last 2 seasons. He barely played in Baltimore. Wasn't really a scheme fit. But he's 28. He's been an all-pro. You know, we just need him to be 65, 70% of that.
Yeah, you don't
And
need
he's
him to
better
come in
than
and be
what
your
we had.
one. He doesn't need to come in and be your one.
That's what
He's
I'm
got
saying.
help. He's got help with Coop and Guantanamo Bay. Like, you don't need him to come in and be great.
That's what I'm saying.
Mhm.
Like,
For a
if he's
6th round
just
pick, he
good
can come in and
enough-
be average, and that's good.
Yeah, he just needs to bring consistency because that's what we just don't have from CB2. Adoree Jackson has been ass. Keely Ringo is very inconsistent. It's been good, been very bad too. We just need somebody to come in and be consistent. I feel like he could be that, but we just got to see it. That's the real question mark. Just because he hasn't really played much this year. 61 total snaps on the season. He's been a healthy scratch too for Baltimore. Just didn't really work out, but I have faith in it. I think, you know, it's a low risk, high reward move because what happens if he balls out?
Right.
What happens if he balls out? Then we got 2 elite corners.
Right. And you're
Again.
not missing that 6th round pick. That's
7.
where people take fullbacks. You ain't missing that.
Yeah. And then the move for Michael Carter, I love it because it's also kind of a hedge if Jair Alexander doesn't work. I think you bump Coop outside and then Michael Carter plays in the slot. And he's also kind of like a hybrid guy. We were kind of looking at like slot and safety, similar to what we did with Avonte Maddox when he was here. And you know him better than any of us. Like, he was one
Michael
of the
Carter
best.
was the best slot cornerbacks for 3 years in the league, and no one was talking about it.
Yeah. He was dog. I remember you coming on this show week after week. My dog, Michael Carter.
I would say the year we had the best defense, like one of the best defenses in the league, 8 of the 17 games, he was the best corner we had, and that was with Sauce and DJ Reed. He's unbelievable. He's awesome. And he was good before Sauce was there and before DJ was there. So it's not like a product of being around 2 elite shutdown guys. Like, he's been awesome. He just, ever since Robert Saleh left, he hasn't been a scheme fit for us. That's really the problem. Similar to Jair Alexander with the Ravens. Yeah, Michael Carter is going to be awesome for you guys.
Yeah.
Whatever best game Avonte Maddox has given you guys, he's going to be that every week.
I'm excited. You know, Howie, I still think, like, you know, the 2 big weaknesses on this team, CB2, or really anybody outside of Q and Coop, and then edge rusher were the 2, like, okay, like this team could make a run, but, you know, there's also these holes. Like, they're not there anymore in my eyes. They're not. Because edge rusher Jalen Phillips got it on lock. We got probably the deepest rotation now. And, you know, if one of those corners hit, great. You know, I'd like to say Jair Alexander could potentially hit. If he doesn't hit, oh well, Coop goes outside, or we just keep giving Ringo run. But Coop goes outside, and then Michael Carter comes in the slot. Like, we have options, and that's all that we could really do for Vic Fangio. Just give him options and let him cook, because he's gonna cook. We know that. But I'm excited to see what this defense looks like on Monday. I know they've been teasing around the CB2 spot, potentially Jair Alexander starting. I don't know if that's for sure. We'll see.
He really should. You just need to throw him out there and see what happens.
Might as well. I mean, what do we have to lose?
Right, like, you know what you have. You know what you have.
I think Ringo earned it at the start, though, man.
Yeah,
he played really well in that Giants and that Vikings game. Yeah,
but he wasn't really getting targeted.
Yeah, he cut his dreads off. They can't find him no more. They're like, who just do this with the low cut? Now we just go somewhere else with the ball. We don't know who he is. Yeah. We ain't got him on the scouting report.
That's my thing though. Like he didn't really get targeted much in the second Giants game. and really in the Vikings game either. But like in that first Giants game, he was getting worked by Lil Jordan Humphrey, and that was enough for me. So, whatever we got to do, I don't care who it is, but I just want to have somebody at CB2 that's competent, consistent, and if they get picked on a little bit, they can hold up their end of the bargain and get some PBUs.
Right.
I think Jair Alexander brings some good competition. We'll see. I'm going to be a Jair Alexander truther. I know a lot of Eagles
I respect
Nation is
that.
like, this guy, he hasn't played. He bum knee. I'll ride with bro. I don't care. I'll be that
Bro,
guy.
the man has missed 3 total seasons in the last 4 years. Like,
He
Yeah.
ain't hurt now though.
He's played
so we'll see.
like 9 games.
Yeah. I mean, he said he
Kinda-
feels good. He said he feels good. I'm a ride with bro.
I'll
If
say
he's- You're a little in and out, Smitty.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I mean, I get the criticism. He's been dealing with injuries and hasn't played, many games over the last, couple years.
Yeah.
But, I mean, change of scenery is always, one thing that, rejuvenizes players. And I think in the Vic Fangio scheme, I think, it's a little bit better of a fit for him. And I think he'll get the most out of a guy like Jair Alexander. Because, like I said, he's still young. He's, 28? So, he's younger for when we traded for Slay. Not saying that Jair Alexander's a CB1, but
No.
like when we traded for Slay, it was like, all right, like Slay's a little bit older, and he rejuvenated himself a little bit.
Yeah, but Slay wasn't not the best season of his career when we traded for him. Or at least 1 year removed from the best season of his career.
Yeah, 2017 was like his career year up until that point.
Because that's when he was going through it with Patricia, right? In 2017, he was going through it with Patricia, right?
Yeah, 18, 19.
But the year before that, I thought he had his best season the year before that, if I'm not mistaken, 2016.
Yeah. Yeah, but they
No.
just didn't want to pay him.
Listen, if it work out, we gave up a 6th. I mean, if it work out.
That's what I'm saying. There's no risk whatsoever. So if he balls out, we look like geniuses. And if he doesn't, well, we gave up a 7th round pick.
Yeah, and no one's gonna remember it. Right.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the Michael Carter move is bigger than a Jair one, personally. I think you got higher like pure upside with Jair and like headline vibes with that. But like Michael Carter's gonna come in, he's gonna play good ball for you. I just hope you guys start him right away. And back to the point of like Keely Ringo deserves the next start. You know what he's going to give you. You don't know what Jair's going to give you, so you need to find that out as quick as possible. You start him this week. That's my thought.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
and you guys aren't hurting to win every single game right now. So if for some reason Jair Alexander blows the game for you guys, you'd rather it happen now. That's just kind of like worst case scenario is he gets burned on a 3rd and 20.
I know Fangio too well though. Fangio not gonna throw him out there if he's not comfortable with it.
Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah, you're absolutely
Fangio
right.
wait it out. And seeing that the next 2 matchups is pretty tough. Shit, I don't care which matchup it is. Shit, he got to go to the Lions right after the Green Bay. So it's back to
we'll see what he's made of if they decide to start him.
Yeah.
And like I said, if it doesn't work with Jair Alexander, we have that hedge with Michael Carter who can really play anywhere on, well, not anywhere. He doesn't play outside, but like, you know what I mean? He can play slot. He can play safety if needed. I think Howie Roseman did a great job addressing these needs. And like, is this the team in the NFC? Absolutely. This is absolutely the team. Offense finding their stride right before the bye week. We're getting guys healthy. Howie Roseman makes these haymaker moves without giving up, too much capital for the future. This is why Howie
But
Roseman's
my
the
only
best GM in the
issue with
league.
Howie is when he infatuated with somebody, when they become available, he get them no matter what condition they in.
Yeah.
Like he was like, yeah, I thought about trying to acquire him 2 years ago. Then when he went to the Ravens last year, I was like, that's a nice acquisition. Then when he
Yep.
came available, I was like, basically, I got to see what he got left. Shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
he was one.
Howie like that though. When he become infatuated with a player, when they become available, they will be an Eagle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Jalen Phillips too. I mean, he was a guy that we were very high on in the draft process when he was coming out of UCLA, and having that Vic Fangio half season, helped too, because he knows Vic's system, Vic knows him, and that made it a no-brainer. But the compensation was late round third, practically a fourth round pick. So for a guy like that, I'm stoked, absolutely stoked.
Mm-hmm.
And he does this. This is the Howie Roseman we know. Being aggressive at the trade deadline. This is the Howie we know. And like I've seen a lot of discourse about the trades too. People saying, "Oh, well, he should have addressed this in the offseason." Well, maybe it was a bit of a stretch projecting that, the young guys that we had to, succeed what we lost from last year. Maybe that was a bit of a stretch projection, but at least Howie Roseman's going to correct that before it becomes an issue in January, when we need to lock in. So I don't hate him, going out and making these moves, to stabilize CB2, to shore up the edge rusher position, shore up the pass rush.
I was a little
I don't hate it.
confused though, because I was like, when they went and got Michael Carter, I was like, okay, Coop going outside or whatever. And then they went and got Jair. I'm like, okay, now what's the damn plan? Like, why did you go get two cornerbacks? Like, are you like, let's see if this works, and if this don't work, then we move Coop outside and we move Carter inside. Then it's like, okay, but what if it does work? Now you just got Carter riding the bench as the third nickel in the room.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, we're not paying, his salary at least for this year.
But it ain't no money. It just don't make sense to. It just didn't make sense to me because I was like, okay, well, you could have maybe. I don't know what you could have. Oh, Michael Mayer could have been nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they're high on Grant Calcaterra, regardless of his
I
blocking.
don't give a fuck who they high on. They wrong. Shit, Grant Calcaterra is a pass catcher.
Yeah. Yeah,
outside of that, he's cheeks.
I know, but they believe in him, so hey.
No, that's Jalen Hurts. It's just somebody that you know how we are, bro. Once you content with somebody, sometimes you just hold on to them. They're like, oh, we got Dallas Goedert, so Grant is just a good backup.
Yeah.
They wasn't going to move off Michael Mayer. I mean, watching the game now, they love their two tight end set.
Yeah.
we could have had Michael Mayer early in the off season.
That's true.
Yeah.
And we didn't pull the trigger.
Went for Harrison Bryant ass.
Yeah, like what the hell?
But yeah, no, I think I give Howie Roseman an A. For the trade deadline.
Yeah, our teams came out with an A. I think there's 3 teams that came out with an A. Jets, Eagles, Seahawks.
Yeah, that Seahawks. I like that move too.
Trade, yeah,
I like that. And they're a team like the NFC has been so wide open with teams just like 1 week it's the Lions, 1 week it's the Packers, this week it's the Seahawks. Like the Seahawks have quietly been nice.
That pick tell you how much they believe in Sam.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, we're gonna get you another piece to help you out because we know you only got JSN right now. That shit ain't really enough to be sustainable. So let us go get you a big hitter. You know what I mean? And Rashid, who can easily go for 70 on a fucking drag route.
Right.
And then when Cooper Kupp comes back, you have that 3-headed monster in the wide receiver room. Like that's
he wasn't looking good in the offense, but I wonder what he looks like when he gets back.
Yeah.
Right.
now that they kind of rolling a little bit. I think when he was struggling, the whole offense was kind of struggling outside of JSN.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what it looks like, but they're a team that definitely, I think they're kind of, going for it. I think obviously the Eagles, we're always going for it. The Colts pushed all of their chips into the table; they're all in, and I think the Seahawks, they didn't have to push all their chips in, but they made a move saying
they didn't push all their chips in. I think this Rashid Shaheed trade helps JSN break that freaking record.
Yeah.
I mean, Rashid Shaheed's going to get his, but that's going to pull a safety or two off of JSN a couple times a game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if you don't, then you just get hit across the head a couple times.
Bombs over.
Baghdad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be fun to watch them for sure.
Yeah, and hey, potentially we run into them down the line in January.
You'll probably see them in January. Their defense is awesome.
I like my chances against Sam Darnold in a playoff game, though. Jalen Phillips coming at him in the link.
Yeah.
Stadium Pulse going to be 10 out of 10. And Jair pick.
No. I don't think there's really any other trades that were massive, were there? That we thought was going to make a difference?
Not really.
No, that was pretty much, the bulk of it. I mean, you had Trevor Penning go to the Chargers.
Yeah, he's
super cheeks, cheekery. He came at a Band-Aid line. That's it, because of Joe Alt.
Yeah, Joe Tryon is doing nothing for the Bears, really.
Yep.
The Bears were active, but they didn't get anything.
No.
They were trying to get Jermaine Johnson, but
the Jacoby Myers trade to the Jags.
Yeah.
I like that move.
It's cool, but
yeah. The only reason I care about the move is because BTJ is down, and I think Travis Hunter down too. So.
Yeah, Travis is on IR.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I like it. I like the aggression to try to go ahead and try to salvage something a little bit here. And Jacoby Myers is a nice player. He's nice.
Yeah, he's decent.
Yeah, he's a nice player.
He's cool.
He's going to go there. Definitely, he's good enough to go over there and make an impact right away. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, obviously. Yeah, there's.
So I think it makes a difference for them in playoff picture. Probably not, but it's cool.
No. But what it does is it keeps them in playoff picture.
I mean, in 4 weeks. I mean, he's good. I mean, what is he? Wide receiver 3, 4?
3 probably.
Probably 3.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're just gonna phase Trav out like that when Trav come back.
No, but it gives them flexibility that if they want him to play more corner, they can.
Yeah.
Because when the problem is on this team with Travis Hunter playing corner is that you have BTJ and a dream. And then after that, that's kind of
Parker Washington,
right? Who's been nice, but we're not really
cool. But
him.
He ain't A-list guy.
No.
All I know is that whatever Howie Roseman got to do to get Adoree Jackson off my team.
Right.
That's all I care about.
Man, if Adoree was gonna leave, it would have been today.
Yeah.
Dude here, man. I don't know what he here for, but dude here, and it's kind of aggravating.
Yeah. It pissed. Yeah. He could be a healthy scratch for all I care.
Right.
No, that's a big Fangio move, because he let's see what Jair looked like before we just go to plopping motherfuckers off the roster.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you might want to be a truther, but the truth is the numbers, the advanced analytics over the last 2 years says Jair is on the back end of his career at 28.
Yeah.
Could be.
I mean, hey. Like I said.
Could be. But we're gonna have to see it. Because first off, I mean a lot of that shit is health, but when he was on the field it wasn't all that great either. We seen him week 1 last year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Y'all need him for 12 games.
He got fried by AJ Brown.
Well,
yeah, it's AJ Brown though.
Nah, hell no, we ain't doing that.
He did get fried though. He did.
He got Keely Ringo.
Yes. Yes. And I want to say he got hit for a 70-yard bomb on top of all that shit.
Tough.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Oh, I walked up to AJ Brown. I was like, bro, we're not in Brazil no more. We teammates.
Yeah.
Don't cook me in practice too."
Yeah. Like this iron's gonna have to sharpen iron though. You cannot duck from the smoke.
Hopefully he irons still. I mean,
Yeah, hope so. Not like aluminum foil.
All right. Any interesting games we gotta discuss?
From last week, let me take a look. I'll pull them up just to double check.
I mean, the NFC North being a little fraudulent was really what stuck out to me. But again, you could chalk it up to maybe bad game. But the Packers have this sense of just like playing to their competition, whether it's playing up to the good teams or just playing down to the bad.
I don't think it's playing to their competition. I think it's overlooking bad teams. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Like I think they'll be ready to play. I think they'll be ready to play this week. I really do. I think that's the problem. Now that's going to get them beat in the playoffs for sure. But I don't think it's a matter of like we're phoning it in. I just don't think. I think they're just so locked in on trying to beat these good teams that they're not. I mean, because if we look at let me look at where they're at real quick. So early on in the season, right? They're going to play. They're going to play Dallas. At that point, that was a tough matchup. That was the Micah game. They lose to the Browns, right? Next time they lose, Who do they have next week? You guys got the Eagles. They lose to the Panthers by 3. Like I don't think they're playing down to talent because like they beat bad teams. They beat the Cardinals. They beat the Bengals. Now not handedly, obviously, but still they beat them.
Right.
I just think that they're so hyper focused on these big games that they got because they don't have the easiest schedule in the world that they just overlooked a couple teams.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean,
but that will get them beat at some point.
Yeah, if you're considered a Super Bowl contender, you can't be doing that though.
No. But they've got a lot. They've got a lot of youth all over that team. So like it's I feel like that's.
It's one thing though, like if if you just like one week at a time, one game at a time, and happen to get beat, like that's cool. But like Micah Parsons literally came out and said like, "Oh, I don't think this is a trap game," and then name drop the Eagles, and it's like, this is trap game, pal. You should worry about Carolina, and then they got beat. That's just like we don't have that issue. We just like the mindsets are just different, and that's
you're
really
a strong veteran team that's won before. That's the difference.
We're not even like veteran though. Our defense,
but in the key spots, you are.
Well, yeah,
but I mean, the key leaders of the team, the leaders on the Packers are young.
Yeah, but still, like, I don't know.
I know. I'm not saying they better than anybody. I'm just saying I think it's a little bit different because they're youthful.
Yeah.
This is kind of the path that these types of teams go on. You know what I mean? They're young, and then they have a season where they think they're hot shit. Then they kind of fall back a little bit. They lose games they shouldn't. That kind of thing, and they eventually figure it out if they're going to become a Super Bowl contender. But
yeah,
I
think like in the Lions case, I think it's more like they just got beat by the Vikings. Like they'll be fine. The Packers, I think it's just one of those situations where they're fraudulent. Like they beat teams that they should, but they lose against teams that they shouldn't lose. Every week we're asking like, who are the Packers? I know, granted, they're dealing with injuries now. Matt Golden, Tucker Kraft out for the season, but like I said, if you're going to be considered a Super Bowl contender,
right?
Like act like you've been here before.
I agree. I'm interested to see how they do because they've got a couple games where they've got to really where they've got to come to play. They got the Birds, they got Lions, they got Broncos, and they got Ravens again. And I think Ravens will be good at that point. Those are 4 games I'm looking at that if they come out of there 3-1, like looking really good in all of them, I'm not thinking about the Browns in week 4 or week 3 and the Panthers in week 8. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
but like,
I'm looking
I don't know, like
Birds
could be an L. The Lions are thinking about get back from week 1, so that could be an L. Like, it's not easy.
No, but like I mean, them getting beat by those teams, even if they go 2-2 in that stretch, doesn't tell me that they're fraudulent. It tells me that they got beat by teams that are on their level. That's kind of what I'm getting at. Like, not
Eagles.
Not every team
level,
is
though.
not every team is a Super Bowl contender. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, which is fair,
Yeah.
but again, like they've been a buzz team.
I don't think people talking about how big that Tucker Craft injury really is.
Oh yeah, that's a big
Yeah.
that's tough. Yeah. That's
And he was balling out. Like Luke Musgrave's cool, but like Tucker Kraft was different.
Yeah. Yeah. Tucker Craft's legit. Rip my fantasy team.
Yeah. But that's kind of where I was at with it. And then just, the rest of the hate watch over the bye week, all of our ops taking L's.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Pitt getting that win at home against Indiana is nice. That forced some 5 turnovers. I think obviously winning the turnover battle by 5 and only winning by 7. That's kind of what I'm looking at is like, you should if you got 5 turnovers, you probably should have blown them out. Like they ran the ball horribly against Indianapolis. I think that's a little bit of fool's gold. I think Pittsburgh's more fool's gold than the Packers for sure. But yeah, that was an interesting game. The other one too, and we don't have to spend much time on it because I think we're all in the same boat here. Do you guys care that Buffalo beat the Chiefs?
No.
Yeah, I don't really give a shit either. Yeah.
No.
They do it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. If this happens in January, then I'll care. But
right.
I don't care.
Yeah. I mean,
November.
Pat, for the first time in his NFL career, had under 50% completion. That's that. I guess that's something.
Yeah.
They had good pass.
The Chiefs, it's just I don't know. I think they're missing something in the run game.
Yeah, they got to get creative with that.
I'll give them credit. They get the most out of that Pacheco, Kareem Hunt, Brashard Smith room, but they need like a Breece Hall.
Should have gave me a third
type player. They could have.
Should have gave me a third.
Yeah. But like they're just missing something there. And I think like if you're looking at them in January in a playoff matchup and you're like a Buffalo or like an Indianapolis, like that's a point of emphasis that you're going to want to attack. And that's pretty much that was our game plan when we played them in the Super Bowl. Like stop the run, force Patrick Mahomes to, step up in the pocket and keep that contained, and like they're cooked.
Yeah. What do you guys think about the Dolphins firing their GM and letting Mike McCarthy play out? I mean, not Mike McCarthy, Mike McDaniel.
Thank you, Miami. Thank you for Jalen Phillips. That's what I think about it.
I mean, your intern. I mean, they both would have gave him up, but I don't know. Chris Greer. I mean, he's been there like 10 years.
Yeah, and has put together like a really good roster. I didn't see the point of firing him.
I don't know. They gotta do what you guys did and just pull the plug on everything.
I agree.
I know for Tua, like it's gonna kind of be tough just because the dead cap hit is like $99 million.
You gotta just do it.
But you just gotta do it.
If you draft a guy, he's not getting paid shit, and you're not ready to compete anyway. So take the hit now.
Yeah, I mean, we did it with Carson. The Broncos did it with Russ. Like
the worst thing they could do is hold on to Tua, maybe draft a guy in the second and third that looks like he's better than Tua, and then they have to take the cap hit in year 2 of the rookie contract for the guy. Like, you don't want to do that. I would do it. I would do it this offseason. It's such a shame because, like, Tua had some promise there for a while. Like, we always knew that he didn't have the deep ball and things like that. But, like, carving teams up for, good year and a half, 2 years. And
he's going to end up in the Russ situation next year.
Probably.
Where they're going to cut him because nobody's going to trade what they want for him.
Yeah.
And he's going to get paid a decent amount of money from Miami and then go sign a 1-year deal with a decent team.
He's going to have to do, like, if they want to trade him, they're going to have to give up, like, a second. Like, they're going to have to give up something. No one's going to, I don't think anyone's trading for it, but, to make it considerable, I don't know. And it's a shame because, like, I would imagine Tyreek's not coming back to this team with everything going. Tyreek may not come back to football, but
Yeah.
we'll see. It's
No, he'll definitely be back to football.
yeah.
It
Probably.
just won't be on the Dolphins.
Yeah, you're right. You think?
Yeah.
Where do you think? Oh God, that's a
They're gonna release him.
Kansas
He gonna be
City.
listen, they're gonna release him. Watch.
Yeah, probably.
He's gonna go crawling back to Kansas City.
That'll
Yeah.
be nasty.
One
With
year
what they
flyer.
have, I don't even think they need him with what they got, bro.
No, they don't. But I mean, he's been.
Nah,
on
he ain't going
record
back to
saying-
KC. I don't see a spot for him in KC no more. They found Rashee Rice.
Hollywood Brown spot. That's where he's going.
Nah, he's not willing to do that.
Yeah.
They don't even want the headache. They know he's not willing to be a wide receiver 3.
I don't think he'd be a 3. That's the thing. I think they would use. I think they would use Xavier.
They at young. They got Worthy. They got Rasheed. They got the. Didn't they just draft the receiver too?
I mean, not anyone really of note. I mean, Tyquan Thornton's been good for them, but it's like
No, not him. Not him. The one they just drafted.
let me look. I have no idea.
He might be a 4th or 5th rounder, but he's a notable name for that draft class.
I don't know, dude.
Jalen Noel?
No, then Jalen Royals.
Oh, Jalen Royals from Utah.
4th round pick. I don't think if they're gonna get Tyreek Hill for cheap, I don't think they give a shit that they drafted him in the 4th round. My thought would be if they bring in Tyreek Hill, Hollywood Brown will be gone and they'll utilize Xavier Worthy as more of a mixed like running back receiver kind of vibe. Like
Yeah.
You know, and maybe that's say you're using less of what Xavier Worthy is, but I mean if they get, you know, if they get 60% Tyreek Hill, like, you know, we'll see. But that you know, that's all hearsay. Who the hell knows? We probably don't even need to be debating that shit right now. But
yeah, who knows? He could decide to go to freaking LA with Justin Herbert or something.
Thoughts on Pete Carroll throwing it at the goal line again?
I don't know. I'm not watching the game, but not surprising.
No, last week when they lost to the Jags in OT.
Oh, well, like they're 2-6. What do you have to lose?
Yeah, you go for it. Yeah, that's. I mean, I would have maybe got the 1st round pick running back, at the 1-2 yard line with your 2 tight ends that can block really well. I would probably do something like that. That would be my guess. But
Pete Carroll has done this.
Well, seeing that Chip Kelly called all the run plays tells me why they didn't run the ball. He's inept as a person.
Yeah, I agree.
Chip Kelly. That's where you stop right there.
You didn't hear what he said like 3 weeks ago when they were like, why isn't Genty getting carries? He's like, oh, we're doing like a NBA type thing. We're low management. For a 1st round running back?
Chip Kelly pissed me off, bro. He pissed me. I'm glad he's over there fucking with some other organization. He ain't fucking with our team no more.
Yeah.
He pissed me off.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I was like Kyle today back in 2013, 2014. I was in hell.
Last thing I want to talk about, because it's kind of current before we go into like next week's games. What do you guys think of Denver? Like, where are they on your radar? Because it's kind of like I believe in them. Oh my god, am I about to get my RG Harvey touchdown? Never mind. Like Bo Nix is so turnover prone, but he's so great in the 4th quarter. The defense is awesome. Like, where do you guys gauge Denver? Because to me, it feels like they should be winning games more handily than they are. Like, are they the Vikings of last season?
Potentially. I kind of look at them similarly like how I looked at Green Bay, except Denver just finds ways to win. And like that's to an extent a good thing, but also not sustainable at the same time.
No, definitely not going to punish them, but it's like, you know.
Right. Like it's a 1 possession game and they just happen to find a way to win. Like it's cool to win, but like, you know, we can't, that's not a sustainable way of winning. It'll ultimately catch up with you. And I know that firsthand because we were like that too in 2023. Not saying that the Denver Broncos have the same issues that we did that season, but
right.
yeah, I mean, like you want to assert your dominance in games against good teams, and if you're just squeaking by, winning games, the odds will tip out of your favor eventually. So all those one score
But is
games
that
that you were
offense
winning,
really built to beat anybody like bad? Like,
not really.
I don't think so. My favorite part of their offense is their line and the 2 running back combo that they have. I like that a lot. I
I feel like they built to me, bro. The reason they're not blowing teams out, their offense is built to score like 20 to 24 points a game and let the defense win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've seen that we've seen that work in the past. The question is the defense good enough to do that? Like, 3-4 weeks in a row in the playoffs, or like is the offense going to hold up enough? Because they have the coach. Like the coach to scheme them enough points in a playoff game is probably there. It's just a matter of, is Bo Nix ready for that kind of thing? And like I like Cortland Sutton. And Evan Ingram's nice. They don't utilize him as much as they should, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's tough because I think they could have the horses if they used them correctly, especially with that defense. It's just,
I still think they need another receiver, though.
I agree. I think they need another like a Jacoby Myers would have been a nice trade for this team.
Yeah.
Like that would have been nice. Yeah. But they're not going to do that in division, obviously. But or Rashid Shaheed for this team would have been nice.
Yeah.
Like,
yep.
But if they like what they have, if they're 7-2, if it ain't broke, they'll fix it. It's not like Denver's got to win this year. You know what I mean? That's not really where they're at. So,
right.
I mean, I know I said at the beginning of this year that they were my team to like really surprise everyone. But a lot of people
Denver
were on
wide
that.
receiver one bad.
Yeah.
Cortland a good 2.
I think it's a great 2.
Yeah.
I just don't.
He top tier 2.
Yeah.
But they
low
need
tier 1. Low tier 1.
They need a 1.
Yeah.
They need a 1.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe we'll see. But I think they're probably a wide receiver away, and maybe like some more Bo Nix development. Because they've got a lot of things in place. It's just they gotta figure out the passing game of it, the consistent passing game. That's really it. Because like I like Troy Franklin, I like Pat Bryant, I like Evan Ingram. It's just like they're not. I don't think they're enough without having a certified one. Or like if they had a guy that was on the caliber of a Cortland Sutton too, like 2 guys that are like low tier ones, that's nice as well. Like I don't think they need to go out and get a Mike Evans. You know what I mean? But like,
yeah.
Because you have Evan Ingram, you have Cortland Sutton, and say they go get a Chris Olave, like that's a nice 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
So, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, talents wins you Super Bowl. So maybe they do want to go out and get a guy like that. So
we'll see. But fun team to watch, though.
Facts. Yeah. Yeah. Weird team to watch. All right. Let's get into these games, huh?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it, dude. All right.
Kyle's bedtime is approaching.
Nah, bro. I close tomorrow. I don't go to sleep till 1. I mean, I don't got to be to work till 1.
Oh, there you go.
Mm-hmm. All right. First game of the week, Sunday, 1 o'clock. New England at Tampa Bay. Big game here, 7-2. Patriots going into the Tampa Bay Bucks. They were 6-2, coming off of a loss in Week 8. As you can see, Baker played like shit. Drake May, 2 turnovers, 2 touchdowns. Probably his worst game of the season. And he actually didn't even play that bad. Yeah, this is a fun matchup. I like both of these teams. The Bucks are coming off some rest, which is important. They obviously will not have Mike Evans. Let me see.
Do they have Emeka Egbuka?
Yeah, they have Egbuka.
But I don't think they got Bucky back though.
They don't have Bucky back.
Probably not. The Bucks are 2.5 point favorites at home.
This is a tough one. See, both of these teams have been playing great. Call me crazy, but I think I'm going to take Patriots spread. Call me crazy. I think I'm going to do it.
Yep. What you got, Smitty?
I think it's a close game.
Mhm.
I think Mike Evans and Bucky Irvin being out is just a little bit making me want to lean towards the Patriots, but I'm gonna take the Bucks, man. I think the Bucks could pull it out.
Hell yeah. I'm
We
ride
know
or
a
die.
thousand.
Baker Mayfield, don't matter. No Emeka Ibuka. No Mike Evans. No Sterling Shepard. No
Oh, you
fucking
said Noah
Yardley.
Mecca? You said Noah
No
Mecca too?
Rashad White. No fucking Bucky. No Antoine Winfield. No Todd Bowles. It don't matter.
Mattered in week 8.
Bucks and foe. Bucks and foe.
Mattered in
take
week
the
8.
Bucks. I'll take the Bucks. Thank you very much. Signed, sealed, and delivered. All right. Next game here, we got Baltimore at Minnesota. Both teams trying to work their way into the playoffs. I think the Ravens at 3-5 are actually favored to win their division right now. Crazy.
That's
It's crazy to say. They were favored before their win last week to win the division. Just to show you how fraudulent Vegas thinks that the Steelers are. As it sits, the Ravens are 4.5-point favorites on the road. Got to go in there and deal with this.
Foles.
You know what I'm saying?
Got to deal with the Eagles' little son,
Yeah.
Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah. What do we think?
I don't know. 4.5, Baltimore favored.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to think of Baltimore because, like, you think of Baltimore having such a great defense, but their defense has been horrible this year.
Right.
And Lamar hasn't really been, I think again, call me crazy. I think I'm going to take the Vikings at home to cover. I think the Ravens could win in a close game.
Yeah.
I think Brian Flores could dial up something to rattle Lamar Jackson. The blueprint's kind of out there, similarly to like Mahomes. If you just like play the contain and don't let him, break contain, like he can be stopped. I don't know if their defense is gonna be good enough. I mean, granted, JJ McCarthy's a rookie, but like, he was solid against the Lions enough to beat them. They got some weapons. Aaron Jones is back. Like, I don't know what Baltimore is. Not saying that they'll lose this game, but at 4.5, I think I'm going to take Minnesota.
Yeah. I'm going to take Baltimore. That one, they have to have it more for sure. And I think they want to have it. Baltimore is going to give every team their best stuff every single week because they need to. And Lamar Jackson had the contain on him last week. He ran for less than 20 yards. He went 18 to 23 for 204 and 4 tuds. So for that reason alone, I'm going to.
Brian Flores can dial up pressure though.
For sure. Yeah. It's definitely not going to be that. It's not going to be that pretty.
Yeah.
But
I'm not saying that Baltimore loses.
No,
but they could. But
I hear you.
I think they'd win in a close game.
I like regular season Lamar Jackson versus a rookie JJ McCarthy. JJ McCarthy's actually been fun this season when he's been healthy, but I don't see it here. I think it's going to be a pretty comfortable Ravens win.
I'm riding with the Ravens. Lamar Jackson coming into this game is the highest rated quarterback against the blitz, and Brian Flores is gonna bring it. I think last week kind of showed you that they kind of getting it back together a little bit, and I think them adding a pass rusher in this trade deadline is gonna help them, solidify that defense a little bit more on the Ravens side. So I got the Ravens winning this one, and I got them covering.
Oh, yeah. All right, cool. On to the next. Game 3. Big NFC West game here. LA 6-2 going into San Francisco 6-3. It is the afternoon slot of the NFL this week. Matt Stafford coming off of 9 touchdowns in 2 weeks. making a surge for the MVP candidacy. Christian McCaffrey having an excellent fantasy week last week, 173 total yards, 2 touchdowns. Still Mac Jones. It doesn't look like it's going to be Brock Purdy, at least I'm not 100% sure on that. But I would imagine he's not playing. As of right now, the Rams are 4.5-point favorites on the road. I'm going to start this off. San Francisco has consistently had the Rams number. Kyle Shanahan beats McVay pretty consistently. They're at home. I feel like this is a game that the Niners will win, and that's really it. It's Kyle Shanahan. It's at home, division rival. He's had the Rams number before in the past. I think Matt Stafford's due for a little bit of a regression week. If he doesn't, that's good propaganda for me because I like the Rams. But yeah, I'll take San Fran this week.
Division games are always tough. And when they played in LA, the Niners upset them there too. So do I think they could sweep the Rams? I don't know. Like I do want to side with you, but that dynamic is just kind of tough to think like the Niners really sweeping the Rams. At the very least, though, you said the Rams are favored by 4.5.
Yeah.
Oh, and just for your information, Brock Purdy, according to what I've been looking at, he's healthy enough to be the backup. That's what's being said by Kyle Shanahan.
Healthy enough to be the backup.
Yeah.
So if he has to come in, he will.
Yeah, he said Brock Purdy has an opportunity to be suited as the backup quarterback if he's healthy. Kyle Shanahan said that could be the next step to him getting back to being in the number one spot.
Okay.
I'm riding with the Rammies.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I think I'm also going Rams.
No.
I don't see the Niners sweeping them. I don't.
I respect that.
But again, division games are always tricky, so
it's also 4.5 points, so I can see them losing by no more than a field goal as well.
Yeah,
that's kind of where I'm looking at. Asking the Rams to beat their division rival, a really really good team, by say 7 on the road, that's kind of tough.
Yeah.
Another Bo Nix pick.
Hey, Bo Nix for a pick 6.
All right. Next one. Pitt at the Chargers. Pitt's 5-3. LA is 6-3. LA is now out. They're without both their starting tackles to start the season. They're out. Rashawn Slater's been gone now. Joe Alt's done for the season. Brutal, dude. A team that just gets destroyed by injuries every single year. It's tough. Pittsburgh is mostly healthy. Aaron Rodgers has really done everything. He's held up his end of the marriage for sure between these two.
Yep.
Stay out of the headlines. Come in there, play solid, complimentary football, and do his thing. Really, it's been the Pittsburgh defense. It's kind of been lackluster over the course of the season.
But they picked it up last week. So.
Right. Yep. This is Sunday Night Football. Let's see the spread here. The Chargers are favored by 2.5. Oh my God. Gino just threw one in the bread basket and fucking Thornton dropped it. My God. That would have been an easy field goal. What do you think, Ant?
Man, I don't know. I like this spread. That line of scrimmage is going to be a point of emphasis in this game. Quite honestly, I think in LA, I think I'm going to take Pittsburgh. That defense, they turn it on against Daniel Jones last week, 5 turnovers. Usually the ebbs and flows in the NFL, that's kind of how things happen. Like the Pittsburgh defense wasn't doing nothing really. Like the first 2 months of the season, they have that performance against Daniel Jones. Maybe it kickstarts something. Being without your top 2 tackles really hurts. When you have T.J. Watt and the front 7 that Pittsburgh has. And they get pressure on Justin Herbert. Probably going to be a defensive game if I had to guess. But maybe I'm going out on a ledge saying Pittsburgh's going to get an upset, but that's what I'm going to do. Give me Pittsburgh.
What do you think, Spitty?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Chargers. Even though I know they tackles out, I do think T.J. Watt probably gonna finally, wake up and actually perform a little bit this week. Maybe get a few pressures or something. But I just ultimately think like that offense against the defense kind of struggling is able to get out in front of them, and that's kind of how you win for them. So I think they're gonna get out and win that one.
All right. I'm with you, Ant. I'm gonna take the Pittsburgh Steelers. I know I've been calling them kind of fraudulent, but I think this is actually a get-right game for that defense. They're missing two of their. I mean, obviously they're missing Slater all year, but missing Joe Alt now, that's just brutal. They're down to backup tackles that they weren't supposed to be playing this game with. I really like the Chargers' rookie tight end, Rondé Gadsden. He's awesome. He's fun to watch.
Dog.
Yeah, he's been awesome. And they've been really spreading the wealth. 1 week it's Ladd McConkey, 1 week it's Keenan Allen. Quentin Johnston's had a couple games, monster games this year. Like they've really, they've really been spreading it around. But Pittsburgh is a fan base. It's got fans everywhere. And in an arena where there's, it's always half and half. I think this could be a primarily Pittsburgh crowd. So I think that's going to play a little bit of a factor. And
not even that really. I just think it's the loss of Joe Alt.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing for me. Like that is tough. Like that is like I remember when he was getting drafted, I was talking about like he just seems like the type of guy that's going to have a Hall of Fame career right away. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you just look at an offensive lineman, it's like that guy's just gonna fucking put the league on fire. Yeah, it's kind of the same feeling I got watching Joe Thomas. But
Lane Johnson,
yeah, he's hurt. So yeah, that's the biggest thing for me. I think TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith are gonna fucking feast against this offensive line. That's really gonna be the biggest thing. The question is, if Justin Herbert can get the ball out quick enough, they might be able to do something.
That's the thing. And if that's the case, can Aaron Rodgers, can that Steelers offense keep up? But
that's the thing. They've been proven to do enough.
I think the defense will dictate the pace of that game. For sure. I think that plays right in the Steelers' hands.
I think so too. Yeah. And if you're asking a Tomlin-led defense with TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith on it to win you a game, say what you want. They have what they've done the last couple weeks. I think that this is a good bounce back game for that defense. So we'll see. Yeah. And plus, DK is going to want some revenge after coming off of a one catch 8-yard game last week. Like he's going to want to come out and set the tone early. So
yeah. Does DK Metcalf want out because he wasn't getting targets?
Nah, DK Metcalf was like, I ain't worried about that shit.
Okay. So why are we worried about it when it's AJ Brown? That's my thing.
Because AJ Brown don't stay the fuck off of Instagram, bro. And it always has some poorly fucking timed story. I mean,
He's just trying to rage bait y'all. That's all. He's just rage baiting y'all, and y'all keep biting him.
Right, and then everybody get pissed because we think their receiver won out. Well, stop fucking doing some shit. I know AJ don't want out, but like the casual fans,
he's just rage baiting the casuals and WIP, and they just keep taking the bait.
Whatever, man. Whatever.
I mean, he was laughing at him today and was like, when did I ever say I didn't want to be here?
Right.
Yeah. I
hear you. All right. Y'all already know. Monday Night Football, Philly at Green Bay.
Yeah, we already know. We know who won it, too. Already.
This is an easy one because I'll tell you right now, Green Bay's favored by 2.5.
You already know, lock of the week.
Lock of the week. I'm with y'all.
Jair Alexander revenge game. Give me the Eagles plus 2.5 to win and cover.
Yep, I'm with that.
Off of we know how good the Eagles are off of a bye. The only time really we've lost off of a bye, technically speaking, is Super Bowl 57.
Yeah.
This offense was finding its stride, the 2 weeks before the bye week. The moves that Howie Roseman made at the trade deadline, like this is all just snowballing into we are about to peak.
Yep.
And we know how to beat Jordan Love. Get a little pressure on him, force him to throw up some deep balls, and we're gonna get some picks.
Yep.
And we know how to attack Micah Parsons.
Exactly. Yep. Run Saquon right at his ass.
Nah, we don't even. Bro, we stopped even doing that. We just RPO him and put him in bad situations where he's out there 1-on-1 with Jalen and just drop it behind his head. Here you go. Chase Saquon now.
My favorite play is that RPO where Dallas Goedert is sneaking out in the flat. That's my all-time favorite.
You remember we did that shit to him like 3 times the last time we played him?
Yeah.
And we did it with different players too, like AJ one time, Dallas one time. He was like, "Bruh, come on, stop doing this."
Yeah. I mean, look, they can be beat. I think they might be on fraud watch, and I think we are going to show everybody on Monday Night Football. Jalen Hurts gonna have another master class. My dog.
It's gonna be
rain, sleet, or snow. Eagles train to go. So we all just Eagles across the board there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think Green Bay will put up a fight because I think they'll be ready to play. But I mean, I think it'll think you guys will win either comfortably or find a way to win because Green Bay is still a good team. So
yeah.
All right, y'all got anything else for the people?
Nah.
No, all right. It's a good time to be Birds fan, football fan, sports.
It's a good time to be a fan of the Day One podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you weren't one of the first 1,000, I don't know what the hell y'all doing. Y'all been missing out on some fun and games. That's for real.
It's all good, though, because the 11 that have strolled in since.
Yeah.
We appreciate y'all. Yeah,
we appreciate everybody. On to the next. We're going to try not to talk about it too much until we hit like 2,000. That's the next milestone. Now, if it takes another 3.5 years to get to 2,000, I'm going to blow my head off. But
we don't need to do that.
Yeah, we don't need to if I'm a married man by the time we double our subscriptions, come on now. Let's be so serious. So, here's the challenge for the fans, okay? You and I are going to get married here pretty soon, right? We need a secondary income. You know what I'm saying? We got a woman to provide for.
Women.
We got women to provide for. You know what I'm saying? So, help a brother out. You know what I'm saying? HBO, help a brother out.
All you got to do, hit the like button, subscribe. You know what it costs you? It's free $99. Just hit it.
Yeah. All right. We love y'all. Make sure you tune in next week. We'll be here. Make sure you like all the shorts. Whether you're on a boat, bus, or plane, you can get the Day One podcast content anywhere in the world. So go down to your local Sprint Mobile. I'm telling y'all, 4 for $100 deal, $25 a line. You know what I'm saying? Anybody part-time job can afford that. May not be able to live in a house or rent or anything like that. You'd be living under a bridge, but at least you'll be able to watch the Day One podcast. That's all that matters. No food, no bed, but
no car.
No car, but good fun and games with your boys. All right. We love y'all. I'm Kyle. That's Smitty. That's Anthony. We'll see y'all later.
Peace.